This was a movie I wanted to see when it came out, just because, it was a Daniel Radcliffe movie. I never got around to it until now. But it's a pretty simple plot. Daniel Radcliffe, he's in a job he doesn't like, and he goes home at night, and he plays video games, and he trolls people. But he's not a bad person. He trolls people, he calls them names, he insults them, but they do show the fact that he's never called them like slurs or anything terrible. It's just him fucking with people on video games. Well, one day he fucks with the wrong person, so they come to his house and nail guns to his hands and force him to compete in Schism, which is this thing in this universe where it's like kind of legal, but the cops are trying to shut it down, where two people are forced to fight each other until one kills them. And people watch it online. So it's kind of like the dark web. So he's forced to fight this one girl, and that's like the most of the movie. She actually says a slur in one scene, and she excuses it, which I didn't even expect him to acknowledge it, because usually in movies they don't acknowledge when people use slurs. But she says the R slur. She calls him the R slur because he's bad at shooting guns and doesn't know how to use guns. And he's like, "Oh, you're not supposed to say that." And then she says, "Well, I can say it if you're acting like it," which is absolutely ridiculous. And this is the character we're supposed to feel bad for later when she dies. Like, I can feel bad that she lost her dad and mom, but, she's clearly an asshole now, so I don't feel bad about that. I don't feel bad about her dying. This movie goes from, like, cringy to decent jokes, cringy to decent jokes to really terrible jokes. And there's some memorable scenes here and there, but it's honestly not worth the watch. There's also one thing that really doesn't make sense. They make a big deal about Daniel Radcliffe killing someone, where he kills this dude in self-defense, and he's like, "Oh, this isn't like the video games I usually play. It's game over. There's no extra lives. I just fucking killed someone." Well, 10 minutes later, he talks about how he wants to kill people. They act like it's such a big deal. Like, this is messing with his morals. It's gonna haunt him forever. And now he's just totally willing to kill people. I really don't know why they added that scene if they were just gonna have him being willing to kill people. He also has like a best friend in this movie that's in one scene that ends up dying that he feels kind of sad for, but then he never mentions him again. So, fuck him, I guess. He wants to get revenge, but he doesn't really care about him. He ends up saving the day, but Schism's still going. So the movie ends with his hands like fixed now. He no longer has the guns nailed in, but he's still killing people. So there's that. And yeah, that's really about it. There really wasn't much to this movie. It's decently funny at times. It was entertaining, but a lot of the times the jokes are just really bad. But it's a simple movie. It's fun, but it's not the best. I will have to say that.